mukbang. Right now we're at my crib, and we all happen to be hanging out. And I was like, "There's no fucking way that we're not gonna pod."
Ain't no fucking way. Of hell.
Hell yeah. So, question: what did you guys get on Black Friday?
Oh man,
Bro, nothing. I was working on Black Friday. I think
you tripping.
He was working.
Yeah, I think so.
What did y'all cop?
I finally got into Fab Filter.
Oh yeah, me and you was arguing.
I went crazy on Black Friday. I'm not gonna lie. I got the Pro Q3. I got the Pro MB. I figured those were essential.
See, bro, these folks got money to spend.
No.
And you know, I'm just like,
everything's on sale. Everything's on sale.
That's facts. Everything is on sale, but when you OTR Youleeseas and you put in that work, you
know,
you know?
when you OTR Youleeseas, like you just get everything handed to you, like for real.
That's cap.
That's cap.
He worked hard for his though, bro.
What are you talking about?
And we be hooking you up too. Anytime like any of the companies, we make sure you're on the list.
Yeah.
Like if they want to give us anything,
they got my back. Shout out Jay. Shout out.
And one thing I copped today, which I was telling y'all about,
what?
Is the Universal Audio Essentials bundle for 50 cash. I'm excited to test that out.
How long is that sale on for?
It said like a Cyber Week sale, which passed, but it's still active. So like, I don't know.
I ain't gonna lie.
You better get it while it's there.
You're right.
But
I ain't gonna cap. When it came to like, can I say something? Black Friday doesn't have the exclusivity like it used to have.
Yep.
And the reason why is because I feel like these companies have taken advantage of, fuck it, let's just make it a whole week. Or let's just make it 2-3 weeks of just sales. Right. Because before it was like, today's the day. It's today or nothing. Like that's what it used to be. But now Cyber Week, it's like Cyber Week, like for real. I cut the plug-in, my store off at like on Wednesday. I was like, all right, enough. I was like, sales are done. We're done here. Like, move on. I bought Subloom, which was already dirt cheap. I didn't know it was so cheap. Shout out to Jesse Ray. I bought Subloom and I bought bro, I'm not gonna lie. For the first time, I really felt like I got everything. Yeah, I was looking for something to buy and I couldn't find anything.
I feel that.
Yeah, I couldn't find anything.
I feel that way with sounds and like kits, sounds and kits. I feel that way.
I don't.
But like I was saying, when it comes to certain mixing plugins, considering that I'm starting to get more sessions from other engineers, I'm more so in a space where I'm just trying to gather as much as I can, so that way I can be able to kind of work with other people and collaborate and not have to like change a plugin or.
That's important.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know what's funny? You seen Jesse Ray has a mix on Mix. I don't know what that company's called. Mix Lab. It's like a mix with. They have a mix with the masters here with a bunch of engineers giving you game.
Okay.
So Jesse Ray had one and it was amazing. I'm not gonna lie. He was mixing Doja Cat's one ma. He was mixing that and. He explained, he was like, yeah, anytime I get a session from any of these producers, I know I'm just going to have to buy plugins.
Yeah.
So he'll buy everything.
I think Leslie said that too.
Leslie
with the masters too.
Yeah.
He was like, he looks at, he said, he looks at it as an advantage because he's able to see, when he gets a session, he's able to see what plugins he doesn't have.
Right.
And like take that and like, you know what I'm saying? Like learn a new plugin or whatever the case is.
Yeah. Ali said it too. He was like, if he checks all of their plugins and see if it's hurting or doing better. For the plugin and shit like that. Because I used to always wonder with engineers. I used to be like, because I don't know how to send a session to a mix engineer.
What do you mean?
Me personally. Because I don't have anyone mix my stuff. But I know how I like people to send it to me. But in my head, I was like, should I print everything?
I'm about to say, so with the fun fact for all those of y'all that didn't know, one of my recent singles, Hot Wings, go stream that now if you haven't.
Go stream that.
Devvon over here mixed and mastered that. I sent
not
you
fully
everything.
Mixed. I touched it.
So it was a collaborative effort.
I'm not gonna take all that.
But I will say that I actually just printed, and to be fair, I guess I can't actually use this as an example because I was already recording the vocals in Pro Tools. So all I had to do from the instrument side, I had to bounce my stems out of Ableton and send him those to mix. I just printed all my effects on there.
You know how easy it was for me to get a Pro Tools session?
You know how easy it was for me to bounce it out of Ableton?
Not easier than sending a session.
You're right.
You're right. Somebody please talk this man out of
because I'm a Logic user, but working in Pro Tools, bro, just getting templates and sessions is like you just open
way
it
easier
and everything
and way faster.
Yeah.
That's a fact. Jay, you're like a secret fucking Ableton user, low key.
Yes,
it's just a secret to me.
Yes, welcome.
I'm not gonna lie. We surrounded by a lot of we surrounded by a cult.
It is. Oh,
yeah,
this
we
is
are
all Ableton niggas.
Yeah.
Yo, I just realized y'all
It's
all
like
Ableton.
Left 4 Dead.
Because Cam's
Like
Ableton
Left
too.
4 Dead. That was a good game, by the way. I had but 1 and 2. Yo, y'all all use Ableton.
Facts.
What the fuck?
Blame Buggy.
Yeah.
For me.
Buggy didn't want to put you
Buggy
on
Buggy's the
converted.
one that put me on
Yeah.
Tableton.
Buggy converted all of us.
He
Shout out.
Facts. He converted me.
What? What's Buggy?
Shout out Buggy Akron, Buggy Body.
Big
this
fact.
shit.
Shout out Buggy.
You know what's funny?
What?
I started on FL.
Mm-hmm.
You started on FL?
Remember you
Don't
told me
tell
that.
Leavens.
I remember you told me that.
too.
Yeah, don't tell him.
I
None of
started
us
on
want to
FL.
tell Leavens. LJ, no. We
Nah, I
don't.
told
started
him. He
on
got
FL.
hype when I told him.
Yeah.
But I
No.
feel like everybody has touched the first start to an FL.
Everybody
you know what I mean?
started on FL though. I started playing
And I
around
realized that
FL.
shit was so ass. Then I moved to Ableton. It was so much better.
Yo, he's a
Yo.
bot. You a comment bot.
Why you so sassy? That was mad sassy.
What?
Nah, I've been
Nah,
using,
but-
honestly, bro, the only reason I say one of the main reasons why I'm so Pro Tools heavy is because that's what I started in, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that was everything for me. By the way, I used to produce in Logic, OD.
Bro,
But then I
monogamous.
You what?
What?
He about to talk. All right, anyway.
I'm gonna be honest. The one
Right.
thing I just don't like about sometimes being an Ableton user is like you sometimes are on an island in the session.
What you mean?
I really will walk into a session. I'll be the only Ableton user.
Yeah, bro.
and
it's-
here's
everyone
me.
uses
It's cause
FL.
yeah, cause y'all walk into a lot of producer sessions, especially like in
Yeah.
our area.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of just like FL
Really?
users.
FL people.
So y'all
yeah.
run into a lot of FL people, you
Yeah,
think?
but with us, it's like I
Crazy.
like collaborating with us. We can connect. You know, just the same thing.
Yeah.
But I can't necessarily. My efficiency is not that well.
In
Yeah.
FL or... Well,
Yeah.
obviously, mine
You know?
isn't. Like, I'm
Even-
not fucking...
Even like a
Well,
lot
all-
of the
but efficiency just comes with practice. You
Fact.
just gotta.
No,
That's
I
very
mean
true.
like as far as
But-
like. I mean, like as far as the efficiency of
Yeah.
like, you know, when sometimes you're really going in the studio session, boom, boom, boom. Sometimes when you're all working in the same DAW, it just helps it make sense.
Oh, yeah, it makes
You know
mad
what I'm
sense.
saying? Now you're bouncing out this. Now I've got to send you this. Now,
Oh, like
So-
you
You know what I
the
mean?
fluidity, like
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
You
So
feel
let me
me?
ask y'all: do y'all see it as a strength to like learn and take the time to learn other DAWs instead of
Yes.
For sure.
like,
absolutely.
I have experience in all the doors because obviously we used to do the templates by ourselves. So I have experience. I know how to do the bare minimum. I think it's important to learn how to do the bare
bare
minimum
minimum.
in every door
Mhm.
because you never know when you might be met with, "Hey man, I don't know how to bounce my files." It's
I
like,
was about to
okay.
say, I
The
think
only
the most,
other DAW I'm learning right now is
Yeah.
like Pro Tools. I'm trying to
Yeah.
learn.
I think
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
very
Which makes sense.
honestly.
Which
I
makes
think it's
sense.
very important to learn Pro Tools, man.
Absolutely.
On
You
a
should.
basic level, I'm not saying you got to be a Pro Tools user. I'm just
to
saying I
that
think it's
to
important.
that to that
198.
credit, which is funny. Did that come up as a like topic of education within Full Sail? Like y'all should like, you know, you could do whatever, but like you should learn to use this. Because one thing I will say is that as much as I didn't understand it, and I will never like actually use this program.
Yeah.
No shade to anyone that does.
was
Full
mad
Sail
shady.
had us use, you know, they give you your launch box and your programs and stuff for your curriculum. We were able to get access to Final Cut as well as the Adobe Suite as long as we were students. But for our final projects, we had to edit via Avid Media Composer. And I hated that experience. But
You
I
didn't like the experience?
understand.
Oh, using I'm never. I didn't.
You know what it is?
I didn't have to do that. I was Final Cut for my final project.
I think interesting. I think what Media Encoder is in the film industry is what
Media Composer.
Yes, Media Composer in the film industry is what Ableton looks like
Yeah.
to a lot of current producers in the DAW space right now. They're like, oh, this is like an Excel sheet. That's my problem with Media Composer. I'm like, Premiere and Final Cut just looks so enticing. Like I want to explore this.
Yeah.
No offense, Avid. This shit looks like Windows 98.
For anyone that doesn't understand what we're talking about with Media Composer, so that's like Avid's like stuff that they use for like film and
Mhm.
media. That is an industry. That's where Avid really makes their money.
That's the
Is
industry
Media
standard.
Composer where people are scoring, where people
that's where
are
movies are made.
yes,
Mhm.
like you're using Avid Media.
And to be
Composer,
fair
sound-wise.
to that credit, I would also in the next 2 years for me, what I would like to step into to your question also, Rob, I would like to actually step into learning scoring and stuff via Pro Tools. I personally want to learn how to score via Pro Tools.
It is in scoring is insane.
I know.
We have a program in Pro Tools called Sibelius where it writes the sheet music for you. We have, bro, there's so much people don't know about Pro Tools, but once again, our problem is we don't talk about or have people talking about, like there's no one saying, here's some tips and tricks in Pro Tools. Like it's not like the Larry, I say this ad nauseum, I know, but that's why it's like, yo, bro, you didn't know that? You know
No.
what I mean? Like it's called Sibelius. And it does
Tough.
film scoring for you.
I want to see that.
Yeah, it transposes, it just kind of, it writes it for you,
writes
like,
out
whatever it
music.
is.
Yep.
Mhm.
That's
So
tough. I like that.
People just don't know about it though.
I like that.
But I'm glad y'all actually using Pro Tools. Shout out to y'all.
You know?
Big game.
Yeah.
Shout out Garav.
It's so important.
You know who's losing the most users? Logic.
Yeah.
How come?
I can see that.
Most of y'all, most people I know from other that came into DAWs, the first DAW they used was Logic.
It was Logic.
Me, Everybody I know, bro, used to touch Logic, and everybody jumped
No,
ship.
yeah, I used to record myself in Logic.
You used to record yourself in Logic.
Yeah, because I couldn't get Pro Tools.
Facts, that
Right.
too. But you see,
It was the next best thing.
it was
Yeah.
it for recording and producing.
Absolutely.
I still think it is
What Logic?
the next best thing. Yeah.
I think
It's
so
like
too.
it's always gonna be
Logic
second
is a
best.
Yeah.
jack of all trades.
It is,
For sure.
You could do everything well in Logic.
but a master of none.
Yeah.
Like it's good at everything,
It's always gonna be a runner up.
right?
Right.
But it's the most, like we said, we always say it's the most well-rounded DAW.
Yeah,
But it's not the best.
It doesn't
Like,
knock anything specific out of the park.
yeah,
It's just too
They
exclusive.
do have the best like stock library. Though,
They
like,
do.
with sounds and
their
shit.
loops, their plugins,
Mhm.
It's
everything.
just
Yeah,
too
very
exclusive.
good.
Like for you have to be a Apple hardware user.
Yeah.
I
That's-
think
that
that
hurts
just
them
closes
too.
it off. Yeah.
Yeah,
But I mean, it's made for who it's made for. Like,
Mhm.
I don't think Apple's a mover in tech, not music. So
Facts.
They're not-
Yep.
they're not hung up in these DAW wars like Image Line.
They're all
and
encompassing.
Avid and- you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
they sell
if you
software.
use it, you use it,
Mm-hmm.
and if you use it, you're using our computers for it.
Right.
So
Exactly.
like,
That's true.
Most likely.
that's what it is.
They sell software only to really get you to buy the
Exactly.
hardware. Like that's really their thing. I don't know. Well, I don't think any of us really own any. Stop looking at me. Fuck off. He just put a sign
Yeah.
up that says "Stop looking at me." That was
Yeah.
funny. What app is that? Anyway, I know a lot of us don't own outboard gear,
Mhm.
but I do want to know because Black Friday. I'm not gonna lie. I was interested in Black Friday for outboard gear and realized quick ain't no fucking such deal.
There's
Like,
no sales.
Bam.
There's no
It was like $100 off. I was like, it's $7,000.
That's why I was asking you because so I went on UAD's website earlier and I was really like looking at it. I was like, yo, they really got like a lot of quote unquote the industry standard like
Two ways.
Plugins.
1176.
Yeah, I was telling you about the Manly preamp that they got and stuff.
And they have that on the UAD website.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but the software version, not the hardware version.
Yeah. But like what I always say is when it comes to the outboard stuff, like I don't know, man. Like right now I'm in a place where I like the outboard gear I have, but I don't see myself going crazy with it. Like I just like my set pieces and that's it. Like I'm staying there. Like I'm not going to buy. The only thing I'll probably get outside of what I have is maybe this one EQ that has.
That depth.
That Depp has. This mid-side EQ that he has. It's called a Golly EQ.
That's the
It's like $3,000.
It's the black EQ with the
with
multicolored
the colorful,
buttons.
yes,
Mhm.
that colorful ass EQ.
Fire. It look
I feel
crazy.
because this is part of my job.
Fact, shout out Jay.
But
Get the bag, Jay.
a lot of it, like, really, there's no marketing around output gear. There's nothing as far as surrounding like deals or just even a face or
Good
just
point.
there's nothing involved because you have to remember a lot of this industry now is changing to be
I'm about
on
to say,
the go.
I'm about to say
That's why a lot of this is they're being converted into now it's digital. Now it's like, okay, I just want this on my computer.
they can't compete.
Because now you see it, it's like me as a producer, like say for example, me and Fritz, right? Shout out to my twin Fritz.
You facts.
Shout out to my twins. OTR. Shout out to them.
That's my twin.
That's my twin. No, literally, that's my twin. We got
That's
the
my
same
twin.
birthday. But there are times where if we're on the go, sometimes, okay, I don't have time to go into a studio and physically just me, the artist. We gotta
Yeah.
go. We're on the road.
And you're not gonna bring a fucking
No.
LA 2A with you on the fucking road.
Well, it depends.
Unless
It
you're
depends.
Anthony Cruz and you have Meek Mills.
Right.
Or also too, that's what I'm saying. Like it depends on who you're asking because if you're talking like the modern engineer / producer or artist,
Right.
most times yes, it's the argument of you can't market to me a piece over $500
Right.
because literally everything that thing can do and more I could potentially get for under $500 to some degree in the box. Versus you have certain people and it does. This is one of those things that comes with time and experience. Shout out George T Music. I saw a video months ago where he was breaking down Future's vocal chain. And he explained, which I didn't even know, Future's engineer and Future himself, they both said that like if they go into a studio, if they book somewhere
Yeah.
and the tube tech CL1B is not available in that studio,
They don't go.
they'll
They don't
cancel the session.
Yeah.
They don't go.
They want and we just spoke about this with Anthony.
Yeah.
Anthony Cruz.
Shout
we
out
talking about
Cruz.
Anthony Cruz. Shout out Cruz. And he was talking about how we was talking about the Neve 1073 combined with the CL1B is the fucking standard.
The one. I don't endorse having to buy a hardware piece if you don't think you don't need it. But I will say that chain, you can't go wrong with that chain.
Can I say
That
something?
it's everywhere.
UAD has those software emulations. And I'm very, very on the edge of buying it.
You know what I want to see?
I think you should.
I would rent one and shoot it out once and for all.
A hardware piece?
Rent
Oh,
one
can you rent
against the
one?
plug one.
Similar like
I
camera
think you
gear?
can. I think you can. Somebody told me you can rent audio. What you call it? I forgot who. Yo, I think we was gonna do something with them. Analogdesk.com.
I've heard of them. Yeah.
Or whatever. Where basically you can run your vocals through actual analog gear through their website and test shit out. I'm about to go crazy with that shit because I can test out all of their hardware. Here's the issue though. What people don't realize is I'm not the biggest fan, and this is behind the paywall. I'm not the biggest fan of antelope converters, like their interfaces. I think they're using antelope, and I'm not the biggest fan of it. Antelope stuff usually has a bright harshness to it that I don't like. I don't like their stuff. So they're running their stuff. Think about it. If it's hardware, no matter what, it's audio, it has to be converted. So my converters are gonna sound different from their converters. So shout out Thomas. Thomas did a video with Analog Desk. I think they call it Analog Desk, and they had a knee portico. Okay. So he tested out the knee portico. And he had an actual one. He said, "I'm gonna test mine versus theirs." His sounded much better because he's using a different interface. Like I just like the sound of his. Theirs, I was like, I don't like the sound of that one, like of theirs. So to me, it's just like, I don't know, man. Like when it comes to that stuff, but but I'm not gonna lie, it's a fire way to like test gear for free. Like just run your vocal,
Kinda
literally
dope.
that you cut through their shit. But I'm gonna test a few things because I want some.
I'd be down for that. That's pretty cool.
I just want an EQ. I'm good, bro. Like my setup, I'm so good.
Yeah.
I'm so cool. The only thing I want is a real black box.
I feel you on that.
So the only thing I want is a real black box.
Actually, the only thing I would say the only thing I want, but something interesting in terms of physical gear, as of the Depp and Demetrius video. If y'all haven't seen that, stay tuned.
Facts.
The actual real world MK Mark II, the MK2, my fault, the SPL.
Oh, the real one?
Their joint or that joint that looked like one, or whatever that was.
Yeah, no, that's what it is.
That is
the MK. It's the SPL 2 Vitalizer.
That is so fire.
Yo, when I mean this shit is OD, bro. He literally only uses it like the drive on one. He doesn't do nothing. He said, "I just put the drive on one." But he has
Can we
modded
talk about
tubes.
it? Can we talk about it?
Yeah.
Okay, about to say. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Let's
You said the modded tubes. I'm about to say it's not even just that. They touch the drive dial and they don't touch it again.
Yeah.
They said we either turn it on or we turn it off.
Right. He said, I
fuck with
don't
that.
fucking even press any of the buttons. But in the video, did he say what tubes he has in them?
They were modded tubes. He got specific something carbon, some
crazy tube. And I was like,
yeah.
who do you go to? Like,
That's what I'm. But you know what it is, because it makes sense when you think about it. It's just like when you buy the piece,
Yeah.
you could definitely just take it apart.
You can switch the tube
and then
out.
when you look at it, it's just like, oh, it's just glass.
it's glass. It's a tube.
So to be fair though, it's the process that you're paying for.
It is.
When you're getting these modifications, I
Yeah.
want y'all to be wary. You're paying for the process. Of
That's
course,
true.
the material you look at it, it's like, oh, okay, I
But
can like.
homie is swapping out a tube, bro.
I'm about to say, to be fair.
Yeah. I don't, to be honest with you, I need to do more research on tubes because you see like what's the shit? What's the shit called? We all got this.
The Apollo.
The
Twinfinity?
I know people that switched out the tube
Inside the Twinfinity.
and made it a $3,000 preamp overnight. Like just with switching out the tube. So I can buy like a $400 tube and that fucking shit goes to a whole nother place. But it's like, I want to test it. I'm not going to just cop it just because, you know what I mean? Like I want to
wonder
know.
if there's a place, if y'all know of any places that like do kind of like test moddings, let us know.
Yo.
I would like to do that. Test modifications. That would
Yo.
be pretty fire.
That would be
try
a-
before I buy.
That would be a genius. You know, that would be a genius studio. The try before you buy studio. Like I just want to hear focal speakers. I want to, because I'll be honest, I'm in the market. I'm looking for new speakers. Like
About that.
Face which ones?
to replace my honestly, either ones. Like I'm just looking for a main like near field, like a main speaker that I mix on. So I got the Adam A5Xs. Those are cool. I just feel like I fight with mixes a lot in those speakers.
But I thought that was the point.
But I don't like fighting so much though.
But okay,
You
so
fight with mixes.
Like it's hard. It feels like it's very hard for me to accomplish certain things.
to achieve like a good, like a quote unquote good mix.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like, are you hearing something as far as like just
There's
with the way the
something
tone is coming out?
about
Is it
them
something just with
that I
this,
cannot
like
put
the,
my
the
fucking
session?
hand,
Like what is it
finger on.
about?
That
Is it the
when I
tones? Is it the
mix,
frequency? Like
I'm
what
like,
is it that
I
you're
don't know. I
feeling?
just can't fucking. I get to where I need to
I
get,
think I know what you're talking about.
but there's just something that I'm like, I'm fighting so hard. Like I want to be able to. My dream pair of speakers is I hear the sound and I'm like, oh, fix.
I think I know what you're talking about because when I was mixing the Tease Me record,
Mm-hmm.
it would sound one way in those, and then when I would put it to the JBLs, it was like, oh, it sounds better than I thought it did.
Yes.
I know what you're talking about.
I feel like it's kind of like that, the same NS10 placebo effect, where it's just like, for me, which me and Rob have had countless conversations about this.
Yeah.
For me, it's a little bit harder. What I get tripped up with over mixes nowadays, especially when it comes from my sound sources, is mainly my FXs. Like, I'm more so wary of, okay, I could dial the reverb back on this. Or now that I have the, shout out to you, the NS7s, I'm like,
Oh, I forgot you got the HS7s.
the HS7 is my fault.
The white
Sorry,
one.
sorry about that,
Rob
Yamaha.
excited me.
But whatchamacallit, hearing the HS7s now, I hear like
Oh yeah.
certain things, I'm like, I can dial back my reverb. Remember, my reverb used to be my biggest problem.
Yes.
So
Actually,
now my new thing is my delays. And now I'm noticing with the HS7s, I'm like, things sound weirdly pleasing.
Yes.
Like things sound proper, and then when I hear them back, I'm like,
Why does it
it
sound
lied to me.
Why? Yeah. Why sound better than I
Kind
know
of
it
thing.
does?
So
Like those
you
are
know,
pretty speakers. They're fun to listen to.
fun
music
to listen
on.
to.
Yeah.
So then what I have to do now, and I do the same thing with my open back Sennheisers with our One Audio headphones. My mind, it's very weird. My mind just snaps to like, this certain device has a sound.
Right.
Like this is going to make this more apparent than if I played it on this.
Yeah.
So for me, I guess it's just a question of like, the HF7s for me, I know like that's my workhorse. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get as much as I can out of this.
Out of the HS7s.
Between Masterplan and their, demoing algorithms of
you get that
different
yet, by the way?
playbacks,
Yeah. Okay.
so fire.
Okay, so you got that.
Between the open back Sennheisers, even the one and the One Audios are normally my final test.
Okay.
I hit each one and say, what's here that I can then take back to
Back
the
to that.
HF7s
Right.
and say, okay, now I got to turn this back down, turn this back up,
Right.
type stuff.
That's how you.
I think maybe that's it. I think because when you said that the Atoms were your error correction or error finding speakers,
Yes.
I was like, you should, that makes sense. You
I
should
hear
stick with
all
that.
the mistakes in my A5, but I be fucking. I don't know.
But maybe are you listening to them too much, through them too much when you're doing the mixes?
No, because that's why I have two sets of speakers, and that's why I think everybody should have two sets of speakers
Mhm.
to go back. Because see, like this, the way you're listening on these two monitors, let's
Mhm.
say they're heavy 2K in
Mhm.
the 2K frequency. So then you say, okay, I need a break. Switch to the JBLs.
Mhm.
Say, let's say they lessen the 2K more higher, and you're like, ooh, it makes mixing fun again. It kind of
fun.
like so. Oh, this is a brand new mix.
It sounds you're in a different room.
yes.
So then my question is then,
The speakers, I like.
what is that last little bit that you can't get? Like, is it something that like the Atoms are not providing? Because then, like, my question is basically, if the balance sounds okay, if you
Okay.
can get it to a point where it sounds okay in the Atoms,
It's the vocals.
and then you switch back to the JBLs,
Uh-huh.
and everything sounds great, including the vocals.
Yeah.
What are you hung up on about the Atoms then?
I know what it is. My Atoms sound really tight.
Mhm.
It sounds really tight. Like, and I'm one of those people. I hate the sound of like a tight sounding vocal
Kind
or
of compressed,
something-
kind of
yeah.
lack of dynamics.
Yeah. So to me, I think those speakers just sound really tight for some reason. And then when I go to JBLs and I'm like, openness, like air, but it just sounds really tight. You got the T5, T8Bs,
7
T7s. You got them at the studio at OTR or at your crib.
at OTR. I put them in.
Okay. I mixed Boys Don't Cry on those. I mixed a lot of like records on those speakers, and I like those speakers. They were cool. They were a little dull.
I was gonna say, you think it's the size of the speakers that gives you that
Yeah.
feeling?
For
Because those
sure.
are 5 versus what, 8 inches?
Yep. I think that so the smaller the cone, the less low end I feel like it's able to reproduce
Yeah.
accurately. So, but it's not my low end that I feel my problem.
It's the mid.
It's the mids and the highs, and those are Atoms, which they're using ribbon tweeters. Like I don't know how deeply to get in, but they're using like really high quality tweeter setup. But also they have a new version of the Atoms that
Yeah.
I need to really look at because I seen Tizio with them. I think Jesse Ray with them. I seen Baines with them.
No,
Shout
the
out
new
Baines.
Atoms are
OD.
I was in a studio in Chicago and they had like the T77s or whatever they're called.
Like
where
the
it's
new ones.
The joints that only sit horizontally.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Yeah.
That's with the dual speaker. I want those.
Yeah.
I want those or the Focal. Focal has some that I keep hearing are amazing. It's a twin something. They're like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm about to spend money on some speakers and be like, this is it. This is my speakers. But I need to fucking try. I'm not dropping $2,000, bro. Without going and trying to speak.
what was the joints that Depp had in the
Holy
MDS?
shit. He has some speakers. They're not that expensive. They're called Tyler Acoustics.
Tyler.
They're an American company, and
They're in Oklahoma, right?
Cleveland or something. Yeah, they in Cleveland or something like that.
Ohio.
Ohio.
Yes, thank you.
These speakers are huge mastering speakers, and
Big.
when I mean,
Massive.
I was so scared to play. Obviously, I was scared to play my music in front of Depth and Demetrius and shit like that. We talking about $1 Million Snare. If nobody knows, Depth and Demetrius, they mastered
the box,
Roddy Rich, Nipsey. Just bro,
the Russell as well.
Look it up, everybody. So I was so scared, and I was like, I was like, you want to play a song? I was like, yeah, play a song. So I played a mix. I said, yo, this mix is fucked. Or better yet, I was like, this is a test mix. I just want to hear it.
Type stuff.
As soon as he fucking played it, I said, where's my low end? And he said, yeah, there's no low end. I was like, yo. I immediately came home and altered everything. Because I was like, oh, I'm not hearing shit properly. Because I was like, I heard it. Like, I heard the problems. And I was like, and that's what made me go, yo, bro, I really want newer speakers. Because I literally, if I was in that room and did it, that wouldn't have happened, you know? So I was like, yo, I really want speakers that just sound. So I looked into Tyler Acoustics, but I'm a little confused with them. They're very like behind the scene kind of like
kind of underground.
Yeah.
Wait, but your JBLs in the sub didn't give you the low end that was.
Yeah.
Fam. I felt like it was missing. Bro, your room and the perception of it is very important. That's why you have to learn a room. Realize this studio is new for me. Like I was learning at that time. I was learning my room. I know my room now, and I know what records to play to make sure I'm not fucked.
That's why also too interesting thing, and I would like to actually throw in a hot take into the audio community because I know people are gonna like attack me specifically for this. That's why personally, as a person that's coming from, I don't have the resources, nor if I did, I don't have the opportunity, like with the situation and stuff, to treat a room, to properly treat a room.
Yeah.
You know?
Let me see if you're about to bring this up.
I am now, again, it's something that comes with time and practice. Always utilize your ears and also default to your intuition and your ears more so than just visual.
Yeah.
I'm learning more so to follow my level, to follow the visualization. Because I have to have a mentality of, I know out here, once it comes out the box,
yeah,
there's a bunch of different what's the word? Variables that's gonna make me perceive this a certain way that might not be coming right out the box.
Back to you.
So if this is like God Particle, for example, if this is telling me I'm hitting here with my lows, I'm hitting here with the mix.
I've slowed down with that plugin, by the way.
We're also gonna get to that in a second. I have to kind of like take it kind of like for face value and be like, this is where I'm sitting.
Yeah.
So now how do I affect this going in to then hear what like is actually being translated to me where I can be in a place that I'm comfortable with?
Let me say this to you. So I put up, there's an app called Room EQ Wizard or something like that. You put a mic here, room
sonically picks
it'll
up.
It'll throw a pulse out with your speakers and it'll tell you what you're hearing, what frequencies are dipped or boosted in your listening position. So there's an actual video on YouTube of and a lot of people can try this. Actually, this is good to kind of put out there. There's a video on YouTube and it's a guy taking a sine wave and going from 1 hertz to all the way to 20,000 hertz. And if you sit in your room, basically you can hear in your listening position when you start hearing frequencies dip, you know, or just hearing nothing, you're like, oh shit, in my listening position, this is getting canceled out. My room, what I didn't hear, it's like a pitch. It's like,
yep.
So sometimes in it, I would hear, and I can see the frequencies like, oh, 70 is canceling, 200 hertz. So now I know in my listening position, what frequency range is less. Therefore, making me go, oh, I don't have enough of that. Cranking it, going in a car and going, oh, I got too much low end. That shit, bro, I want everybody to do that shit. Like next time you sit in your listening position, go to this YouTube video, you'll find it. It's like sine wave for room acoustics, and it goes through this thing. And I found out 70 hertz sucks in my room, in my listening position, 250 hertz is bad. And then something in like the 800K was like kind of like dipping out for me and shit like that,
Mhm.
which was fucking up my low end. 70 and 250, fam. I'm gonna.
I was
like,
say once you, yeah,
I'm
I know
not
you have
hearing
the
it
70
right.
hertz problem for a minute.
I don't know, but
Mhm.
I mean, it is what it is. Like I always tell people, like try if you can get that room correction shit. That shit'll help you a lot. But
I will say, and also on the tidbit of corrections, you definitely were right with the conversation you brought to me a couple
What?
weeks ago. So, are you ready to talk about this? This is paywall, mind you.
Oh, he's about to bring it up.
About our good old friends at Cradle.
Let's get it. Oh,
all right,
shit.
okay. All
This is
right,
paywall stuff.
Okay.
So
all right. So
we can be,
That'll make you
we can tread
immune to
lightly.
shit.
Yo, Jay,
Yeah,
yo,
in
Jay,
fact-
keep
We
us
can tread lightly. We can tread lightly.
Keep
We
us
can tread
right.
lightly.
Keep us right.
We can tread lightly.
Yeah.
What?
I mean,
Oh,
just giving
okay.
an honest
For real?
opinion about stuff.
Well, no,
you
no,
know.
no, no.
Yeah,
I'm cool. So, okay.
I'm excited.
So I
to
keep
hear
going
this.
with guard particle, right? I keep testing lately. I'm really kind of realizing I need to kind of back off
Mhm.
from that plugin
Mhm.
because it's doing too much. It's doing too much for me.
Mhm.
Like I told you, my low end and everything like that, it was really doing things that I was
Getting
like,
mangled
hey,
and
this is
stuff.
doing a little too much.
Yeah.
And I backed off. I'm not saying it's not for me. I still use it here and there, but I've definitely slowed down.
You changed
because
your
it's-
approach
Yeah.
to
I
it.
changed my approach to it because I used to mix through it. Not even listen. Like I used to just fucking put it on and just start mixing, which was I shouldn't have been doing, to be honest with you. But that was the way it was intended to be used.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I put too much trust. I put too much into that plugin for right now. I did for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think at a certain point it was just saying like taking too much stock in how it works for one person versus how it works for
For
everybody.
everybody.
Just because
right?
it works for one person and their ears a certain way
That's true.
doesn't make it a tool for everybody.
Yeah, and I realized that for me, and I'm not saying it's still an fucking amazing
Right.
plugin. I ain't gonna
Because
lie.
I like it for my mids.
See,
I love my mids.
so what
I
I
like
say,
for mids.
and you know what I say is, if you're looking for a quick master, like mix, like
See, but
polishing,
even then, because I went through 3 phases with a lot of the freestyles and stuff that I mixed for on the radar.
mm-hmm.
I went through an ozone phase where I would just put on a preset
Yeah, I
for a
remember
quick
that.
master. I went through an ozone phase, ozone 10. I would put on one of their presets.
Right.
And then I went through a God particle phase where I would just throw on the God particle, export, and just call it a day. Bounce it,
As
call
we
it
do.
a day.
Fact.
And then now I'm in a phase where I throw on the black box, a light limiter, and master plan.
He
Shout out
that's
to
my
Master
shit.
Plan. Yeah.
I do that,
Mhm.
and I found that it's giving me the cleanest and the most transparent export.
That's
of
my
everything.
Yeah.
master chain. Literally, I do a fat right now. I'm doing fat filter just on the side information. I'm chopping off the side
You're
information.
using a what? A Pro Q or a
Pro
Pro
Q3.
MD? Okay.
Pro Q3 just to chop off the side information on the low end, just to center the low end. That's my start.
Mhm.
Then
I
I'm
always say
black
that,
box.
but keep that in mind too.
What?
Your Fab Filter Pro Q, but finish your
Okay.
chain first.
Then I'm black box, just like him.
Mhm.
And then I hit him with
Fire.
the virtual tape machines, which we can argue out in a little bit with Slate
It's okay.
Digital.
We'll talk about it.
It's okay. It's just fires. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And then I hit him with the Dyn 1. And then I get out of there.
Trustworthy.
What is that one? That's a
Trustworthy.
multi-band?
It's a
Is
multi-band.
multi-band?
Compressor?
Compressor?
I'm
Oh,
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not ready to even
I'm not gonna lie.
like, throw
I'm
you
What
not
over
about
gonna
Pro
lie.
and
I'm
B?
not
What
gonna
about
lie.
Pro and B though?
No, Pro MB is great, but this Dyn, bro,
I'm not gonna
Okay.
lie. I'm
Is-
not gonna lie.
it's
you can,
different.
And you can strike this. We could put this up for debate for
What?
striking from the episode.
What?
I'm actually about to say something very reckless.
What?
I'm just not gonna mess up no bag.
It's okay.
I just didn't start conversations though. I'm not gonna lie. God Particle thinks it's trying to come into the industry and fix a problem that Dyn 1's been smoking them with for years.
Yo,
Mhm.
What's the problem?
Yeah.
It's just a better overall multi-band
Multi-band
bus
compressor.
bus
it is
processor.
the best multi-band bus compressor on earth.
I'm not yo
For the bus. You're good with MB. I use MB.
Yeah, for the
But
The,
for the
bus.
bus,
the D-Mod, I could be wrong with who produced it. The D-Mod, her ad that Jason has for God Particle, the bum bum.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, the way he treats that, like I just start my mixes, turn God Particle on, and it sounds
Yo.
fire. I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, bro, that's not true, because that's what I do with Dyn 1. I click tight bass, controlled highs on Dyn 1.
bro,
I'm good.
I'm not
I don't
gonna
gotta
lie.
touch nothing.
So Dyn 1, what makes it special is like when you bring
It's
up the
so
threshold, it auto compensates for the volume.
Right.
Mm.
So when I'm like, so I literally solo the band. So it's like 5 bands. I solo the low end. The way I use it, I know we all do it the same way. Shout out Elangelo. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, facts.
Leapwing owes you a bag. Dyn 1 owes you a
Facts.
bag. Because that's where we all found out about it.
Shout out to
I solo the low end, take the threshold, and I listen to it until it feels good.
Mhm.
I don't even think of. I just do it,
Turn
bring
it
it down
up or
until it feels
down.
good. Then I'm like, oh, that feels good. And then I go to the next band, and I push it down, threshold down, so it feels like that feels good. And it's auto comp, so it's compressing, but it's doing it. When I unmute it, I go, don't even know, fucking feels amazing. That's how I use it. I literally solo things and just do it until it feels good. That's it, like that, because I like it because I use it, and the way I like decide on things is like, does that feel better? That's it. I don't think too much about it with that thing because it auto gains, bro. It tightens up the mix, but in a way you can't fucking imagine, bro.
That one is tight.
It's OD. If I
So
AB
it's better
some
than
shit,
just like a regular bus compressor.
to me,
Like
Oh.
multi-band compression on a
ew,
mix
shit.
bus is better than like a
That
SSLG comp.
that is
For sure.
personally my compression. That's why
I don't use it right. I use multi-band instead of actual compression.
Right.
And you're barely even letting it kiss the compression. Like, yeah,
Exactly.
I barely
Yeah.
even let it hit it. It's something. It's
Yeah.
just something about it.
Speaking of like compression and stuff,
Uh-huh.
like I've been thinking about reworking like my vocal chain.
Oh yes,
like,
let's talk about that, Rob.
really just trying to simplify it as much as possible.
Go ahead.
Like,
go ahead.
Like
go ahead.
I haven't tested anything or I haven't found like the right plugins or whatever, but I really want to find a way where I could like a multi-band first thing in the chain, multi-band compressor.
Yep. respect
Surgical EQ.
Right.
Like an opto compressor, like a 2-way or something.
Yeah.
And then like a pull tech or something like a tonal EQ.
Smart. Okay.
And try to see how that works. Like just
4.
like 2 and 2, like 4, like really, because dynamics and like the EQ and the compressor are like the two real plugins that you need on a chain, I think.
Right. No, for sure.
Like,
Absolutely.
If you just get those fundamentally sound,
right.
and then like the reverbs and the delays and shit go on ascend,
Yeah.
then it's like you kind of got the fundamentals of your vocal.
I've been trying to make it work with 4 plugins.
Should we I don't mind us putting Rob on.
What?
It's just I don't want to put everybody else on.
What?
'Cause that's gonna be
We don't
you know,
gatekeep at
Bro,
the,
I'ma
at the
tell you,
audience podcast.
bro,
We try our best.
The golden, you know, the golden arches, fast food.
What?
The golden arches,
McDonald's?
You know, yeah. So you know, Mick.
Oh, the McDSP?
That's what I'm saying. Like we putting
Oh,
people
that
on.
shit?
We putting
The
people on.
multi-band?
The Jason trick.
Yo, all right.
All right, yeah. Go
All right.
ahead. You break it down. You break it
All
down. This is the one. When you said you wanted to start off the chain with a multi-band compressor,
Yeah.
this is the one you need.
Okay, so Jason, right, had used the McDSP 404.
404.
It's a multi-band compressor, right? And on one of his Mix with the Mass series, he was like, I like to do this to, I don't know if he said all his vocals, but he was like, I like my mid-range of my vocal to be controlled off rip. So what he was doing was he was taking a multi-band compressor. He was taking everything from 100 hertz and everything below 10,000 hertz. So 10,000 hertz to 100 hertz.
So out of the 4 bands, 2 bands are working.
2 bands are
middle
working.
bands.
He would, and this is fucking confusing, okay? I had to watch the video several times to really understand what he's doing. 100 hertz to 10,000 hertz. He then takes the mid-range, right, of the middle. So imagine you got the middle of the thing. So if I go this way, it's less, it's more.
Right.
So he got the middle of the band choosing. He puts it until the output of the fucking both of those
both
ranges
bands.
are equal. So he moves it to where both the output of those bands are equals. Meaning when he moved that band over to 800,
it's the same amount on the other side.
it's the same amount of output on the meters on the same side. He then uses the same compression settings to compress them both. Now they're fucking equal. That whole range,
Wow.
you get it. It's completely equal.
And what it gives you, ironically, outside of just like level and all that stuff, tonally wise, the same thing we use RVox for, or what people would use parallel compression for, to get like, this sounds good, but now I want the vocals
body.
to just sit there.
Yeah.
You're getting that at the start of the chain.
Yeah. And
So,
it
but
sits.
does that not kill the dynamic range?
No.
So here's the thing. It kind of
Not
does
for
it
me.
because guess what? It's say for instance, in order for it to have the same output, it's actually compressing the top band more than the other. So
Than
the
the
gain
low
reduction
band
is
or
different
vice
on both of them.
versa.
Oh.
But the output is the same volume. So yeah, you're getting the same volume from the mid-range, but then you're going to the next compressor or the next EQ, and now you're creating really a tone and dynamic with it. So now I can boost the top end because I'm like, oh, this record wants more of this, but I just know it's equal and even. So I'm like, give me more of the top end, which is 800 to 10,000. Give me more of that range, or give me more of the 100 to 800 hertz range. Once it's perfectly even, you can decide what the balance is.
Right.
So that, I ain't gonna lie, I watched, it took me like 3 hours. I was like, wait, what? And then I wound up downloading McDSP. McDSP, one question, please, I don't like how you make me download your entire suite. That was fucking, oh my gosh. That blew mine. I had to download the whole suite just for that one plugin. I was
let me just get the one. And also too, if one joint fails, if one of my machines fails, don't make me like have to like restart iLock and have to go through the entire plugin suite again. That's cool. That's not cool, bro.
Wait, what? You had to restart
because remember, like I told you transferring laptops and stuff. Once you have to start up and stuff again, it's not like, oh, we couldn't, you're using the 404 on this project. We couldn't like activate it. So just activate it and cool. Now the whole cloud is activated. I say yes to the 404. They're like, great. Now your 202 is not activated. You got to activate that. I'm like, dog.
No.
There's like 50 plugins in this joint.
Yeah.
Plugin Alliance
It's good for that too?
Gave me a headache with that. I recently
Jesus.
remember I had called you when I got the new laptop. Trying to activate my plugin alliance.
It's the PA and PA. It's called like the
PA
hub is called
installer.
PA installer.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like even Waves, when I got the new laptop, it was just a headache for all my plugins. But the only ones that didn't give me a headache were the ones in iLock.
Yo, iLock is not gonna give you issues.
The ones that are fundamental.
Because iLock is like, yo, just show me the pause. Show me the dongle. That's it.
Show me the dongle.
Once you got the
dongle.
Show me the dongle. But that's
because Waves, I think
Show me
the dongle.
yo, this, I'm gonna name this episode. Show me the dongle.
Show me the dongle.
Show me the dongle.
Because I think what we were talking about when Waves came out with the Waves Access, they limited the amount of licenses you can have for your purchased plugins.
Yeah.
Because I realized I only have one license for all my plugins, but
Mhm.
I bought them and I have the upgrade. They're up to date and everything, but I can only register them to one laptop.
Yeah. So I don't know, and we were talking about it off mic. If the new Waves plan is only able to be on one computer with their subscription. So you know the subscription is, if I buy a subscription, can I use it on two computers or do I only?
But even the
one?
non-subscription plugins, the ones that I purchased,
Oh, you don't have a second license?
I only have one license for them.
Cam, what was the issue that we ran into at Full Court
At full core, yep.
with the No, it was all of us. We all work at Full Court.
What, that they weren't up to date?
Nah,
the
you
plugins?
ran into
Why you whispering?
It's when we ran into the issue.
When
The
we was
plug-
on either when we would be on the Studio B laptop or the Studio A1, and it would
The
tell us
plugins
like,
stopped
oh,
working.
the like your subscription needs to be renewed. And
No,
we're like,
I'm talking about when
it's
your
fine.
all your plugins wasn't
no, no,
working
no.
in
They
Pro.
weren't up
Our
to date,
plugins
right?
canceled
Oh,
out.
it was a
Studio B,
Rosetta
and then
thing, wasn't it?
was saying
Wasn't
the
it M1
subscription
issue?
wasn't good,
Yeah.
and then
It
we
was a
fixed
M1
it,
issue.
and then
Someone
it still wasn't
updated
working.
Pro Tools. Someone updated
Yeah.
Pro Tools and didn't really realize
I'm not
what
gonna
they
lie,
did.
I think that was me.
Oh,
No, I think that was
it
me.
was you that updated.
No,
It
I
might have
think,
been
I
you.
think that was
Damn.
me.
Yeah.
I think I updated Pro Tools.
Oh wow.
Wait, you
And it messed
updated.
everything up.
Yeah, my fault.
How?
Yeah.
Yo, we finally found out
How
who it
you
is. You heard it
updated
first.
so
Ulysses.
Bro, there was one time.
He
Wait,
blew up.
there
Yo,
was
y'all
one
ain't
day-
safe though.
Wait,
No,
what?
y'all-
Nah, let Rob
Bro,
speak
that
because
one
y'all
time,
ain't safe.
I
Let
went
Rob
to-
speak.
Bro, I went to full court one time, and y'all was, I forgot what it was. Y'all was having y'all was something with Pro Tools, and I said go to AvidLink, and it said update. I said, oh, click update.
That's what it was. Thank you for telling me that.
You remember that day?
Don't do that.
Yo,
Don't do
that's the
that.
reason
Don't do
why.
that. Yeah, don't get sweet because that was y'all. Pro
mean?
Tools had a bad day.
Pro Tools.
What do you mean?
That was
No,
the
what
same
happened?
day.
That update from Pro Tools though.
That was that
When
same
you
day.
update Pro Tools, what I've noticed
Mhm.
is that if you're using an M1 Mac, you're supposed to, when it updates, it untoggles open with Rosetta.
Yes.
So you have to retoggle that way your plugins can be read by Pro Tools.
That's probably
Here's
what's
the-
happening, Kim.
Here's the even bigger issue.
That
No.
time.
We fixed it because remember I told you what the issue was? The new updated Pro Tools is M1 native compatible. So what happened is you updated the system to M1 compatibility.
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 But the plugins didn't go along
But
with
guess what? Your plugins weren't.
Yeah.
Your
then
plugins
you have to
didn't know
update the
what the fuck
plugins.
M1
Yeah.
was. So when we updated, it was like, I don't know what the fuck these plugins are. So you had to update all of the plugins to the newest versions in order to do it. Because as a plugin developer, I found out when I was getting a bunch of emails, people cursing me out. They was like, yo, your plugin doesn't work for Pro Tools. I was like, what are you talking about? And then I realized if you update it, it has all of our plugins had to get updated for the M1 compatibility. I have not updated all my plugins to M1 compatibility. That's why I haven't jumped over to the new Pro Tools because that is a lot of fucking plugins that I'm gonna have to go to each website and download, soothe. Like I don't
There
even
gotta
know
be
the
some better
password.
than
I'm like, fam, I gotta find all of these plugin names and download the new shit. So that's
what I
why,
went through too, and I don't even have a fraction of what you have. I have
bro.
Waves,
opened it in
I have a
Rosetta.
little bit of Plugin Alliance, Arteria, Isotope. I had to update all of that shit.
Bro, when I teach my class at mastering.com, bro, and I be like, oh, let me show you something. And I click my plugins and I go through the list. They always go, what the fuck? When they just see it. And they be like, oh, those old demos. I'm like,
They think, and yeah, people think they need all those plugins.
oh no, but I'm very big on that now. I be like, yo, I'm real shit. These plugins do not. I'm telling y'all, you can stick to a bundle right now. Like
That's what I'm at, bro.
Yeah.
Popping that essentials plugin bundle. I'm like,
I'm not gonna lie.
I want to challenge myself to be able to make something just using those plugins.
I want to see you do that. Actually, to be honest, I'm at there too. You know what really changed my mind for that? I was mixing my album, struggling like a motherfucker, going through mad shit, and I was doing temperatures. The last song I had to mix, and I couldn't get the mix right. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go back to the old temperature fucking mix. Let me just see what this shit was. Bro, I opened that shit up. I couldn't believe what I did. It was 4 plugins.
That's crazy.
And
On
I
the
remember
bus?
going
On your lead?
on my lead.
Or on your lead vocal.
It was an auto tune, a 7-band EQ, the stock Pro Tools EQ.
Oh, I know what yeah.
You know, a C4 and a 2A.
Oh, wow.
That's all it was, and it sounded. Bro, I pressed play. I was like, this vocal sounds fucking amazing. I was
First
like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
First
I
off,
saved the fuck out of that chain. By the way, I was like,
I'm
safe.
about to say, can I just shed y'all some flowers real quick?
What?
Shout out Pro Tools. I had a radio hit single, and I'm pretty sure it's like a lot of y'all that have done this. Don't get at me, Mike Dean. Don't get at me, Greg Wells. Don't get at me,
Greg Wells. Don't get at me, Greg Wells.
Don't get at. Hold on,
Cam, like,
hold on.
who is Greg Wells?
Don't get at me, Dave Pensado. Don't get at me, Chris and Tom.
Yeah, like
Lord Allergy. That's my fault.
yo,
That's them.
That's a sign.
That's them.
That's them.
Don't
It's crazy,
do it.
right? They said stop talking shit. But I will say, shout out Pro Tools for having a radio hit record. That's a big like fun fact for me.
What?
For having a radio hit record mixed with that whack ass Avid Pro Tools EQ7
Can I
band.
be
Nah,
honest
you
with
hate.
you?
You hate.
Can I be honest with
That's
you,
an
bro?
amazing EQ.
That's a good.
That
That's a good
EQ
EQ.
It's cool.
The
Nah,
only
that's a
thing I
good
hate
EQ.
about that EQ is
ahead.
that there's no frequency analyzer, bro. The fact that like
Oh, it's just a graph.
it's literally you just see like
There's no frequency. Wow.
I can't see like where things
Where's
are.
it
You know what I'm
hitting?
saying? Like it's weird. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, there's no
But
RTA.
it works.
It's not real time
though.
analyzed.
But-
It works though.
Leslie Brathwaite
It do its thing.
still uses that shit
It
like
do its
it's a Pro
thing.
Q3. I be
shit
watching him.
works.
He be like, yeah, go EQ. I be like, is that a
Hey,
fucking
whoa,
that shit
hey,
stock?
hey.
Can I say that EQ sounds amazing, by the way?
They're not safe either. They're not safe either. Me and Rob just had to talk about it in the car. And this is me saying this is not on Rob
That
because
was
I know I be saying crazy.
I ain't know that shit just came
Wait,
out.
now
In
what
a
we
car.
said? I forgot.
But when we was talking about trying to, when you said that you were buying plugins just to make sure you could accommodate for people that had those plugins
Other
in their
sessions,
chains.
Yeah.
And you said that you came across a lot of people that had Pro Q3 as their,
Yes.
lead EQ.
Yeah.
And I get it. And I'm not hating on y'all. I'm not hating on FabFilter, none of that. I'm just very interested in how y'all really use the Pro Q3 as your default EQ for vocals.
I mean,
What?
I don't know, bro.
F6
I
is just
haven't-
like, I
he
be
said
just
that,
sitting here like,
and-
wow.
I bought F6 like 3 years ago, and
I
I
feel you.
love it. But then, just seeing Pro Q3 is like F6 on crack.
On fucking steroids.
Yeah, it's like
You're trying to figure out why we use it on vocals?
I just can't get myself to like.
Are you fucking? You're not
no.
using
Pro
it?
Q has so many like tips and tricks. I saw some shit you could EQ like it. I
me
don't
fix
even
this.
remember.
I
bro.
can fucking.
It's like you could get it by the note or something like
Yes.
Yes, you can do this. You can
EQ based
scale
on,
it.
like,
You
the
can scale it
crazy.
type stuff.
I can
Yep.
pick the note and say, "Yo, you know what I seen somebody do, which I don't.
Recommend.
I've never tried or don't recommend, but they said, yo, here's the key of the song.
Right.
They went to all the notes that were out of key
Mhm.
on the Pro Q3. They made points everywhere, copied everything, and swooped it all out.
Mhm.
And I was like,
I seen that.
they took out all the bad notes in the EQ of the
Yeah.
vocal. And I'm not gonna lie, I was like, that sounds really good. But I was like, no fucking way, that I'm not doing that every time. It was OD. He literally did it, and it sounded amazing. Bro, you can do mad shit in Pro
and
Q3.
it's also that's also case
Their
by
dynamic
case.
EQ section is better than F6.
F6. Wow.
Their dynamic EQing is better.
Do you know
than
what's
F6.
funny? I don't. Damn. I guess this would also be another hot take for the episode. I don't use dynamic EQs.
At all?
Nope.
What you just use multiband?
It has to be one of those things where I'm just like, I don't want to use a multi-band. Like for me to have to put C4 or MB on here is like, come on, bro.
We're being serious.
You know?
But my thing is, you don't ever
I
have
don't.
like a weird frequency, like you like, yo, damn, there's like a harshness at this one little spot, and you take a dynamic EQ
that I don't that I
just to pinpoint it.
Just
but
to
that's what I'm
pinpoint
saying.
it.
But that's what I'm saying that I don't just as opposed to dynamically EQing it, just notching it out.
Yeah.
No, I notch it out.
So you just notch out the frequency.
I notch it out.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been learning lately. As
You
rule of thumb-
you shouldn't kill it. You shouldn't kill it.
Well, I'm not saying it's because there's no right or wrong answer. If you feel that way, I just feel like dynamic EQing it instead has served me better because it's only sometimes it's not that harsh.
It's not that harsh. Yeah, for sure.
Sometimes when it's quiet, I like that 3K. You understand what I'm saying? So I've learned that, when you go above a threshold, I want you to really hold it down. And then when it's not that harsh or over the threshold, let it live.
Yeah, I'll definitely say
It
that.
keeps my dynamics. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Come on over to the dynamic EQ side. I'm not gonna lie. That should be a good episode.
That's what gives the music, like what I'm starting to teach myself and listen for is what keeps the music
alive.
musical.
Musical.
Right.
It's the dynamics. In the Pro MB, I found a feature called Expand.
Listen to this,
And
Rob.
it's
Put me
like-
on, please. Listen to
I'm
this.
still learning. I can't even teach it or say it, but it's like
I got
it's
you.
reverse compression and increasing the dynamic range. So
Yep.
like making the loud parts even louder or the quiet parts even quieter, just to give it that range.
In the Pro Q3, I use it in the expand side. So you know what you have to do to put your EQ Pro Q3 in expand? Instead of, how you say your range is -6.
So I was about to ask Rob that because
Put it
with
to
Pro
3 plus 3.
because with Pro MB you have that same functionality.
Yes.
But with each band you have to specify.
Yes.
Are you compressing or are you expanding?
Yes.
Because if you positive a range on the compressed side, you're just upwards compressing.
Yes.
Versus expanding.
Yes.
So with Pro Q3, if you change to positive, it just becomes an expander.
Yes.
Okay.
Which
Say that.
I love, and I'll do it a lot in my mid-range because sometimes when I feel like my mid-range doesn't have enough dynamics, I'll literally expand at like the 800 up to 1,000 hertz range.
Kind of.
I want you to jump and kind of give me some excitement in that range.
Fun fact, right before y'all came back, we were just going through a bunch of records and just demoing and stuff, and me and Rob landed on shout out D-Mile and Victoria Monet on My Mama.
Yeah.
And I was saying, I was like, yo, there's certain parts here where like you can tell like she's whispering in some parts, but the vocal is right
In front of
right
your
there.
face?
Yeah.
And Rob was like, it's probably multi-band with a hint of expansion. And I was like,
Perhaps it could
once
be.
he showed me, I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Or it can also be the shout out to the recording engineer that's actually riding
For
that
sure.
fucking preamp game. It's like a quiet part, like give me some more volume there, or something like a vocal rider.
Fader writing.
Fader rider.
Really?
That's why I like vocal rider so much, bro. Vocal rider, I'm not gonna lie, the other day vocal rider saved me so bad.
Yeah.
Because there was like a vocal that was like really quiet, then got really loud. And what the vocal rider did was, when it got really quiet, it just automatically just turned that shit
Louder
up.
it up.
And when it got loud again, turn it down.
Wider it.
Automatic. I didn't need to do shit. I just needed to set a threshold. And it said, if it goes over this, I'm going to clamp it. But if it's under this, I'm going to turn it way up. Bro, Vocal Rider is one of the most underrated plugins on fucking earth to me.
Comment
I put
in
that
it.
at the top of my
Paywall patrons comment and interact with this specific part because I would like to see that from you. If you would like to see a vocal rider tutorial from Devvon Terrell.
Yo, a lot of people
I like
shit
to
on
see
that
that.
plugin, bro. I use it on
You know
every
what it
That's
is?
also
I like
older
it, and I don't know how to
plugin,
use
It's
it.
very
You
old.
know what it is? Like nowadays, we're in the age of just plugins coming out left and right.
Yo,
new
facts.
companies, and it's like you forget the tried and true plugins. Of
Sometimes
like,
I feel overstimulated.
yeah,
Yo, and
That
that's,
too.
can I tell you something? That's
Yeah.
why,
that's why I want to
Overstimulated.
simplify things.
me
Yeah.
too. And that's why, honestly, my Rosetta compressor, no cap, and I got to send you the new version. Bro, that's why that shit, bro, I did my first mix with it done. I was like,
That's the one.
I don't fucking need or mad at this shit no more. I was just getting shit done. I was like, boom, whoop, whoop.
Yo,
I
can we
was
say it?
Oh.
Can we say it? It's behind paywall.
What?
That's the new word on the block. Is that's the new Archon? That's the new Archon.
That's it. Just replaced my Archon.
Woo!
And can I tell you what happened? Yo, I'm gonna lie.
Go ahead. Let's go.
This
Let's
is
go.
behind
Let's
the
go.
paywall.
Let's go. Let's go.
For me, it replaced the Archon because literally when I was even building the plugin or in the process, I was like, this plugin has to be better.
Right.
Like sonically, it has to sound better. And I remember like the day I got the final version, I never even tested it against it. I was like, I'm gonna test it against today. I put them at the same settings, like literally the same settings, same dB, gain reduction, everything.
Algorithm-ish.
You were like,
kind of,
it's cracking even more.
Everything. And I played it back and I was like, I like mine way better. Like it just felt
Can I
less
add-
compressory.
And can I ask one question?
What?
It was the end all be all was when you demoed Rosetta Compressor's hype against our compressor's electro, wasn't it?
It was a rap. Once I put the hype on, I was like, game.
Yeah. Yeah,
like,
yo,
game,
Waves, I
set,
love you. I love
match.
you. I love you. And Electro/Warm has a lot of uses.
Has a lot of
and
beautiful things.
I would never dissuade anyone from using it. It's really uncontrolled. Like if it just made sense for me to.
It's fast.
What is it? Opto and Smooth would be
Smooth
my
and
go-to
Warm,
on
Opto,
everything,
Smooth. Yeah.
but it can't be.
Right.
But Electro and Warm be too OD.
Yeah.
Hype gives me what I'm looking for out of Electro and Warm.
Just right. Because it doesn't like
It's not OD.
Yeah, it doesn't overdo it. So for me, like that shit, bro, that literally genuinely is the compressor I've been looking for years
Interesting.
in my personal workflow.
No, for
like,
sure. It's OD. I like it.
Fucking
I like
love it. I remember the day I sent it to Courtney. I remember the day I was testing it with Courtney, like for the last time. I was like, yo, test out the saturation.
He said, for real, try this.
I said, I don't want you to test nothing else on the plug. I just want you to press hype and
He
put
said
it on
press-
anything you want.
He said press one button. I threw it on multiple things.
I
I
said on
was
FaceTime,
with
I said, I
on
just wanna see
FaceTime.
you.
And I was like, I had to really like, so for me, what it was, I did it on a vocal first, I think. And then I was like, I hear what it's doing. I know where it's like attacking frequency wise.
Right.
And then I threw it on a bass and I was like,
I know him.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
what it was for me, I was like, you can attack a frequency range, but that's just telling me you have a character. Like there's something you cater to.
Right.
How does that translate over other signals?
Right.
If it's carrying the same thing, that I'm like, okay, you're doing one thing and that's it.
That's it.
I threw it on the bass and I heard the mid-tones and the mid-lows and I was like, it's doing, for lack of a better term, what it did to the vocal, but it's not making the same overtones as obvious that were in the vocal.
Right.
Yeah. He got you. I'll let you explain what it is if you want to.
Yeah.
What that is.
That took
but
a long time.
He figured an insane, incredible saturation algorithm for this compressor.
So what we were trying to figure out was, I was like, I want a 1-button compressor.
Yeah.
Excuse me, 1-button saturation that felt good on vocals,
Mhm.
felt good on bass, felt good on a synth, a keep, anything. I was like, 1 button feels better on fucking anything. That's really fucking hard to do because a lot of times there's certain saturators that I'll be like, this only feels good for like low end shit. This one's for good for a high end. The only saturator I feel like is all around to me is that black box. It does it for everything. But I was like, I just want a 1 button. And I said, I don't want it to be able to be overused where you press it and it's like, all right, moron, that's a lot. Like, stop. I wanted it to be very subtle, but still you'd be like, I like it better. I don't know what happened, but I like it better. I wanted it to be like that. So just figuring that out with the developer, bro, it was so hard, bro, to like kind of like dictate and narrate. And I was even learning with the developer. I was like, hey, how can I get like this type of sound like with odd and even? We was fighting back and forth with odd and even, not to get too deep, but we was fighting back and forth with odd and even order harmonics. And then we both discovered, I don't like the sound of even in this plugin. Take it out. I said, let me just hear odd by itself. And I was like, oh, it's just the odd. I want just the odd. And the odd has more of an aggressive sound, brings out the transients. I was like, that's what I want. I want that. Even was giving me too much of the distortion sound. Like for what we were creating in it, it was giving me too much of a sound of distortion. So a lot of these emulations, I feel like, oh, they're adding even order harmonics to kind of give you this like tape kind of distortion. I didn't want that because it was softening my bass. I was like, no, we can't use even. So we used odd, and odd brought out everything, and we used it in a way that was cool. So that's it. Just the story behind the side of it. But we can wrap this up. Cam is sitting on the floor like he's at a beach.
He left the
You
Atlantis.
giving big auntie vibes.
But
Yeah.
also,
He left the Atlantis. You know,
shout
dry
out to
land.
Devvon because I started putting brow motion
Oh,
on like
Brow motions.
on things,
Yes.
pads and synths.
Oh
and
my
you a
God.
string ass motherfucker. So, bro, Brower is underrated as fuck. I forgot who put me onto it, but Brower's OD.
Definitely
Brow
Brower
is
motion. Yeah, that since I guess this is the moment of what Dev's put us onto, I'll
Facts.
take my joint and damn, I'll take 2 real quick just to be quickly selfish. The SPL Vitalizer,
Yup.
Mark II.
Yep.
Whether y'all gotta buy the Plug-in Alliance ones if your pockets ain't too hefty,
Facts.
or if your pockets is on Hulk and you can buy that real hardware joint, go cop that real quick. That SPL Vitalizer, that's where it's at.
I never heard that before.
And then definitely for sure, shout out Waves Factory, Waves Tractory Track Spacer, just fire,
Yeah,
just
Track Spacer.
download it. I'm not even gonna give you the
Just
explanation.
stop working so hard and just
Facts.
download
Stop
Track
working
Spacer.
so
I'm not
hard,
gonna-
go
I'm
check
not
it
gonna
out.
lie.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
embarrassed
it.
to use that, by the way.
No, I'm not. I love
I'm
it.
very embarrassed.
Go ahead.
Do you know what a Track Spacer is?
What does it do?
All right. So imagine you got a piano, and your vocal, right?
Okay.
And you're like, damn, these niggas is clashing, right? Like it's clashing, like sonically it's clashing. So you take Track Spacer, you put it on the piano, right? You tell Track Spacer, yo, listen to my fucking vocal. Listen
My
to the
side
frequencies.
chain is my vocal.
You sidechain
I
it.
seen that plugin.
You then sidechain the vocal to the Track Spacer. So now Track Spacer is listening to the vocal, and now it'll literally dip out the frequencies that are in the vocal, like
Only
dynamically.
anytime
So
the
as it's
vocal
going, it'll
activates.
just keep dipping it out, and you could choose how much of the dip you want in the frequency. So it's just making room and carving the space out for the vocal but cleanly. Yeah, think about it.
And I've heard of that. I think I've seen videos on it.
I know you have, but people see it and go, like okay. But when you really think about it, bro.
Which is even crazy because like what drew me in for it is the fact that it's not just like you hit sidechain and like, okay, whenever the vocal's talking, I'm just gonna take out like a regular sidechain
No,
compressor.
it's listening to the frequency range of that vocal.
Not even that.
What?
It's the fact that you can dial in to whatever signal you have Track Spacer on. You can say, hey, this is sidechain to the vocal. The vocal is the reading signal.
Right.
I only want you on the output though to affect 300 hertz to 4K.
To 4K. Yeah, I can say
sidechain that.
only
Right
take
there.
out or affect these. Yeah. But
Beautiful.
that's literally my thing. I do like 200 hertz to like
Same.
6K. I would only just carve out this range and that's it. Leave everything
Warmth
else
to
alone.
brightness.
Yeah,
Warmth
warmth
to
to brightness and that's
brightness.
it. All right, we out of here. We gave y'all too much. I feel like on the you know what I feel like we should do on Audio Nerds podcast on the main
The
apps?
main one.
I feel like at the end of the episodes we should give them one plugin, like no gatekeeping.
I'm super
the
down.
end?
To be fair, since the first
That'd
one,
be dope.
Can we all give one? It's a
No,
five
all of
bundle.
us.
It's
Okay,
a five
fine.
bundle. Okay.
No, I'm saying all of us get. Oh, right now.
I go
Okay,
last.
give me one plugin that you gatekeeping. Come on, Auntie Cam.
Damn,
Yeah,
Broward was
Cam.
mine.
What plugin would you tell everybody?
You
know-
actually
okay,
tell us
no,
and
just
we'll say
tell us.
You want to pull up to my mic?
He's just gonna say it. Just say it to it. I'll tell you it out loud. Waste Factory
The
cassette
cassette
tape.
tape.
That's a good one. Did you get that over
Another
the Black
joint?
Friday?
Another joint.
You
That's
do
fire.
use that a lot for your lo-fi. Interesting. You prefer it over RC20. He just said. Okay, it sounds cleaner to you.
Look at that.
Okay,
Look
I'll
at
give you that one. Which
Another
one you got?
another analog saturation plugin that you didn't lie to me about.
I didn't lie to you about that. Wait, what?
Exactly.
Wait,
We'll talk
what?
about that off camera. You're next. I'm going last.
You going with me next?
Yeah.
Fuck her. All right, I'm gonna take this from you. I'm gonna give everybody the SPL 2 Vitalizer, the
That's
plugin
fine.
version, the plugin alliance one. It has the best stereo widening algorithm I've ever heard, where you don't get that weird
That's facts.
phasey shit.
That's facts.
You just get a wider signal. Shout out to Curtis Circuit for putting me onto that.
Oh yes.
Curtis
Shout
is
out
the
to
one. Circuit is the one who put me onto that. So shout out to Circuit for that. And that's it. That's all I got.
I actually just got this new one. It's like a it's like a color plugin, right? And so it's like a retro color plugin, and it's called the XLN Audio RC20 retro color plugin.
Oh, you got the excellent, audio. The RC20.
Yes.
Oh, it's RC20.
Oh, you just got the RC20?
I just got that.
The way she read it, I was like, wait,
Yeah,
someone
I
took
like her. No one
RC20's
say it like that.
I like
I
it.
said the full name. I was like,
I like it.
I was like,
I
yo,
like
who
it.
took
I just got
It
that
is
started
one.
using it.
It is fun.
I'm gonna
It's
name you a
fire.
few that I got. I just got that one, and then what else?
Also, while you're at it, since you use that now that I know, our one of our good, great affiliates, friends, one of me, Cam, and Jay's. Realistically, we love Youleeseas. Forget this Devvon Terrell and his Pro
Wait,
Tools
yo, what
guy.
the-
Like,
What is
one of
going-
our great
say?
Where'd he
Ableton
throw my-
affiliates.
He said, what are you saying for me
you
for? I
doing?
woke up like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
What
what
the
you
fuck?
doing? What's my name too?
Nah, Pro Tools is cool too. One of our great Ableton affiliates, Eldre, has an RC20 pack.
Yeah,
I
he
believe
does.
so, right?
For sure,
has a
I think
preset
he
pack.
does.
And
He uses
if we're
RC20
wrong, we will
faithfully.
strike this. But he does have stuff with RC20. Go check that out.
I'm gonna say two things.
What?
I'm down. Let's hear it.
One,
Ooh,
I
Rob's
might
plugins.
have been pulled over to the UAD side.
UAD.
Bro, I don't know,
Not gonna lie.
bro. I literally, bro.
I've been telling
Today,
these two, him and Levens.
before they got here, me and Courtney was just doing quick demos. I was like just clicking presets and all of this.
And you was liking it.
Yeah, the UAD plugins just gave me the
You
sound.
like the
It just
algorithm
gave me a
sound?
sound, bro.
Which
It
one
just
was that
gave-
joint?
Bro, it was a combination. I used the Pure
Combination.
Plate.
Pure Plate.
I used the not Omni. it's the
Oh.
Oxy tape or something.
Oxy tape.
and Blank Echo.
Galaxy Echo, but also
Those three.
Their two-way miles
Miles
better
ahead of
than
everybody else's
Wave.
two-way.
Wave, the UAD 2A versus the Waves 2A,
Smacks
UAD
them.
smacks it out the water.
Well, you know what? They made the goddamn 2A.
So
Also,
that shit slaps.
that's them.
That's on the mixing tip though.
UAD?
That 2A. That's their original shit.
Are you dead ass?
Yeah,
The
that's
Teletronics.
yes, that's them original.
Teletronics
If
is
I'm
UAD?
not, let me say something. If I'm not
I'm
mistaken,
2 years old.
I could be wrong because I'm very young when it comes to audio equipment. But if I'm not mistaken, Teletronics
Is the father
a part
company.
Of, yeah,
The umbrella company.
But they're the ones. UA is the one who developed that. So that's why everybody said, "Yo, when it comes to emulation plugins, that's why people go, fam,
That's
who's
why-
gonna have it better?"
And that's what I'm saying. When I was looking at their bundles, they got all these. They got the Neve emulation. They got the Manly emulation.
Yeah, they got wild shit.
I'm about to just go crazy.
They
And also,
need to
shout
just
out to Baby. Baby's
Baby
been,
audio. That's
Shout out
funny.
Baby
Yes.
Audio.
We're gonna talk after this.
Okay,
sure.
because I've been, yeah,
You
shout
been
out
using
to
it? We're
Baby.
gonna talk after this. Why he
Okay,
laughing?
bet, bet.
But that threw me off. Yo, we out of here, man.
Wait, I got one thing.
Wait, no, I gotta do
On the
mine too.
production tip,
Mhm.
shout out to Cymatics. Because
Facts.
not only do they give you the craziest quality when it comes to loops and kits and all of these things,
Fun.
but financially,
Mm-hmm. It's affordable.
the best
Horrible.
deals you will ever find in any audio, anything.
I stole all his packs.
Oh, you definitely did.
Fire. Everything's
I love
fire out of there.
Cymatics.
Yeah.
Cam
pull up.
vouches for it.
Pull up his head again. Come on. You
Sometimes-
turn your mic
Sometimes-
up.
The only-
As much as he
Mic
doesn't
up,
use
mic
it,
up.
The
Come
only
on.
thing sometimes,
So don't turn it off. Just leave it.
I know,
there,
but come
dweeb.
over here. Come on.
the only thing I don't like sometimes about their packs is depending on the pack, it just warps weird into the DAW.
yeah,
Oh,
that's
really?
a DAW thing.
Yeah,
That's a
That's
DAW.
a
thing.
Yeah, it's like a
That's a
I
DAW
just
thing.
Really?
able
But
to
the
get it
quality,
together.
the quality of their packs is
It's
amazing.
A1.
Fire.
A1.
It's always
Fire.
A1.
Yeah, I cracked a few open. Shout out to you. Put me on the Slate Digital packs, by the way.
And
Slate
yep,
Digital.
for sure. We'll
Shit.
come back to that. Go ahead,
The
Ken.
packs are good. Nah, he said
I
it, bro.
said-
He said
Yo,
it, bro.
they paying
I
you?
already
They
said
heard
it.
it?
I already said
They
it.
Yo,
heard
I'm not
it?
gonna lie. On this
Nah,
podcast,
I don't like.
Yeah.
just watch
Courtney be
Courtney.
taking side money.
Yo,
It's not me
Watch
taking
Courtney.
side
Courtney
money.
pushing
You taking
agendas.
side money?
watch Courtney
not
and
me
LJ,
taking
because I be
side
feeling
money.
They be getting
like,
paid
yo,
off.
y'all
What y'all
taking
doing?
side
They
money.
get
That's not
paid off.
true.
That's a
Nah,
fact.
they
Taking
definitely
side.
taking side
Nah,
money.
that boy
Cause y'all be
LJ.
fighting me on
That
stuff.
boy
Like,
LJ,
yo, why
he
you
be
fighting
cooking.
that hard? Like
He
he
be
told you to
cooking.
get up and say that. He said, yo, get up. Say
Yo,
Cymatics.
yo,
on
nah,
this
I
mic
love
right
Cymatics,
now.
like for real. Like,
Yo, this mic and rep Cymatics
for real,
right now.
though.
My boy Steven over there
Facts.
walling. Nah, imagine.
Who?
Steven side.
Oh,
Steven.
Oh, that's his name?
Steven.
Steven
Oh,
and
yeah,
Drew.
yeah,
Steven
yeah.
and
Shout
Drew.
out
Steven.
Steven.
His
Steven
name
is
is
Cymatics.
Steven.
Shout out
Steven
Steven and Cymatics. Like you
Shout
really
out
on
to-
those email lists for
That's
real.
funny.
bro.
Like
My plugin.
Yeah.
Dang, and you took the SPL Vitalizer.
Yeah, I took that from you.
Yeah, you took too long.
I guess I will. Facts. I definitely did too long.
I gave it to
I don't
him
want to say
first.
black box. Say less. That's mad easy. Yo, definitely for y'all.
That shit hit him bad hard.
It hit me. I was like, ooh, say less. Definitely for y'all. Go out there and cop you. Don't say I never did nothing for you. Go out there and cop you that Schwab digital gold
Yo, I
clip.
was just about
so
to say
fire,
that.
insane.
You finally open it?
Ryan.
You
Shout
ain't
out to
playing with
Ryan.
me.
Ryan
Nah, don't
Schwab.
say I'm
I've
playing
been
with you.
open that.
Cat.
I've been
No,
open
it
that.
took you a minute. I told you to send it.
I've been the week when you was like, yo, I just sent you this and I was like, oh, it's gold clip.
The
And you was
gold
like,
clip is
oh, you're not
amazing.
impressed? Da, 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 da. I opened it that week. I've been using it.
Bro.
That's my, yo, and I love you. What are the names? SIR Audio Tools. Sir Audio
Sir
Tools.
Audio Tools.
Y'all are
Standard
fire.
clip.
I don't, this does not say the standard clip
It
is
doesn't.
not
It
whack.
doesn't.
It's fire. It's
But
fire,
that
but gold clip,
Shout
that's
out
that
to,
one.
Shout out to Ryan. That's actually he's my buddy. Shout out to Ryan.
Jay know all the. By the way, I'm
Shout
not
out.
gonna lie
Shout out
to y'all.
Schwab.
Jay know all the people y'all want to know.
Yeah, she the one. She the
Oh,
one.
No,
She the one.
nah, that really be my homie. Like we actually are supposed to be talking this week, but
Like I said, Jay is our brand
But
sponsorship.
he was actually just talking to me about just through the process of like how he kind of came about thinking of it, and
Right.
it's kind of like the approach that how you started to use it. You know what I mean? And so yeah, I'm actually really excited for
That's
y'all
what's
to
up.
see them.
So Depp, when we was out there with Depp and them, Depp was telling me, well, I'm gonna keep that off because I don't. I'm not sure.
Let's hold off on that.
Did you
one.
take
Yep.
that out of the video?
Which one? We'll take this out too.
Okay.
Go ahead. Yeah.
No. Don't say
Yeah.
nothing because I don't feel like editing that
Okay, we'll
much.
talk about it.
But
Yeah.
I don't know if you took that out, but I gotta send it to Depp and see if he wants to keep that in there
Okay.
about that.
Okay.
But we're out of here. Yo, we in the industry, bro.
Facts.
We know industry,
We really
bro.
doing this stuff.
But we out of here.
And shout out to Music Hack.
Facts.
Master
Shout out.
Plan.
Yo,
Shout out
Get
to
Master
Music Hack,
Plan.
OD.
I like how I'm seeing a lot
shit
of
is
people
crazy.
using them. Shout out to Music Hack. And I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm just gonna one time toot the horn, bro.
Mhm.
I love our platform so much because I feel like after That happened? Why are you laughing?
Why did he start laughing?
I'm just thinking of a comment that I seen on one of the promotion posts.
All right, don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. You're about to destroy everything.
Comment.
And I love it because it's funny. I feel like after the episode when Sam came on and stuff like that, I just feel like I saw such a buzz about Music Hat. Like it was such a buzz about it. And they were so nice, so cool. They had an amazing product. And I'm glad that we were a part of that. I'm not saying, we were able to help them, but I'm glad we was a part of that, like bringing that out to people like, yo, check this shit out. This shit is fire. To me, that limiter is the limiter to beat right now. Like
you literally just gotta click the preset in your
bro. That's all I do. I just put on the preset and I'm good.
And you go on Master Plan?
Yeah.
Bro, it's really good, bro.
Yeah.
Even the widening function is not like phasey and shit. It feels good.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's really good.
It's good. But we're out of here.
Peace.
I appreciate y'all. That was cool. We would have been doing that anyway. We just would have been kicking back and
That's
doing
part of
shit.
it.
We ate and shit like that. I appreciate you.
And also too, fun fact. Not fun
Yes,
fact.
you did. You had a bum ass Chipotle bowl.
That's dumb funny. Shout out no sponsors. I have a good surprise for you.
What?
I'm actually able to give something here on the paywall.
What the fuck is he about to do?
Oh my God! It's a Courtney giveaway. Everybody fucking run! It's a Courtney giveaway.
Hey,
everybody get ready to be fucking confused. Go ahead. I can't wait. I'm so fucking excited.
And don't worry about it because this time you'll actually get it. Also too though, for the no.
Listen, can I say
I can say it myself.
for you.
Hold on.
Courtney is gonna say for 4 people there will be 4 different presets for 4 years straight. For the
Because they be jagging. Because they be jagging. Because they be jagging. I can't say it myself. Also too on that tidbit, the Rosetta EQ preset readers. I've not forgot about y'all. I honestly. No, for real. And it's funny. It's funny.
It's been 3
jokes.
years.
Yes, I know it's been time. I have something planned for y'all. For real. Don't worry. Just be on the lookout. I will mark that video and like
he got an order.
y'all will get the notifications.
Bro, they've been looking out for 2 years.
They will get they will get the YouTube notifications. Anyway, I'm gonna drop. They already have access to it. This is something I've been working on for a minute and that I want to actually start doing on a monthly basis. I'm gonna give y'all access to a sample. It's just a sample. I don't have a website. I'm not like Leavens and stuff. We're gonna put this on the HMD. What can we put it on the subscription page?
Yeah, what do you want me to do? Yo, you gotta talk to me, bro.
I just said it. I'm gonna give them access to a sample that they can flip. I want to see y'all flip it. Do whatever y'all want with it. Like be as creative as possible.
What does the winner get?
What do they get?
What does the winner get? Damn. This is a contest. I was giving people a sample. That's not enough for y'all.
Yo, we out. Yo, this
Wait.
I got you.
No, I got you.
I got you right now.
I got a giveaway too.
Okay.
What do they get?
I got you right now. They're gonna get on top of what they already get. What's that? What was the tape machine UAD plugin called?
Oxy or Ox
something
like that.
The UAD tape machine plugin.
Oxy.
Whoever has, how can they submit? See, this is why you talk this is something. How are they going to submit these sample flips now that we're doing this?
It's your contest.
It wasn't a contest. It was not a contest. It was not a contest.
Wait.
I'm coming right now.
Either way.
I just came in.
Listen.
Either way. So what you do? Just DM the HMD Instagram channel with your sample flips. Because we have the Instagram broadcast channel. Because we have no.
They can't. They can't hit me in there.
This is not a contest.
So you just want to give them a sample, like, yo, do your thing.
You did that. Yes, I just want to give them a sample. That's all I want to do.
So just put the download link in the description.
The download link is in the description. This is not a contest.
This is just a clip from this episode. I'm gonna make this the main, like the clip that shows this.
You took it live.
Look at what we're doing.
Forget the UAD tape machine. There's just a Courtney Taylor sample. That's it. It's a sample. Just download it and flip it. Golly, that's it.
Yo,
on some real shit. Whoever uses Courtney's sample, Auntie J will take care of. I'll find something for y'all.
There's gonna be people using that sample.
If you use Courtney's sample, which I don't know where to get it either, but if you use,
they'll get it when this episode drops for sure.
Where, Courtney? Where?
I can't give a link to the sample in the description.
Okay, bet. So the link is in the description right now of Courtney's sample. He wants you to download it. He wants you to work for free.
And not get nothing in return.
All right, download Courtney's sample from in the description, and then what I want you to do is DM us the sample of whatever you do. And what do they get, Courtney? You want to give them a VIP gold edition compressor?
You want to give them a look at? That's fine. I'm down.
Courtney, what do you want?
He said, you want to do that?
I don't know if
wanna
that's
get
what
him
people want.
nothing.
I don't know if that's what people want. I was gonna say that's what I was asking Rob. I'll
Give
just
him
give
something.
you. I'll give you a preset pack of the
No,
UADT plugin.
No. All right.
All right.
Link in description. I got your contest. I see your vision.
Yo,
Oh,
bro.
wait, no. I gotta go. I gotta go one. This we are gonna have to strike out because this is me asking you about some back end stuff. Is the hype button is that just the hype button? You know what I'm trying to say?
Yo, stop. I'm giving
Can
away.
we do that? Can we
Stop.
give that away?
Okay.
Can we give that away?
I'm giving away.
What away?
The hype button is just the hype button. Never mind. There's no giveaway.
I'm not giving away the
That
hype
was a
button.
sample?
I ain't gonna lie. There might be a
as
little
like
cheat
a
code
single-
as a single plugin. Shout
That's
out
what I'm
Decap. He
saying.
told
Yeah,
us the
Decap,
way.
yup.
That's what I'm saying.
Decap showed us the way.
Okay. So
We'll talk.
okay. We'll talk.
Alright.
We'll talk.
Rob,
Y'all will
Mine
get
is-
something.
mine
Top
is-
three will get something.
listen to
Mine is
Youleeseas.
much more simpler.
Oh my god.
It's
Way
just
simpler.
it's just a download link for the Pro Tools template that I use every day to record freestyles for On the Radar. It'll work with the vocal chain that you cop from Help Me Devvon. Just download the template and get to recording.
Yep. So it's not the OTR template that we have right
It's
now.
not the vocal chain. It's the actual Pro Tools template in which I use to track.
Track.
Yep.
Okay, so it's your tracking template.
It's my
we
tracking
can also
template,
we can
yep.
put that in the store too.
Yeah.
Okay, just
But
let
the
me know.
first, it'll be available for free for the first
Okay.
week of this episode drop.
And you want me to put that in the link in the description?
Yep.
So that'll be in the link in the description. Just make sure you get that to me. I'll hit you to get in.
Mm-hmm.
Jay,
Well, I
Jay,
want-
what you got to give away, Jay?
I think I'm
Jay
just-
can give y'all the fucking key to the city, by the way.
To the
Would you be like, yo, whatever fucking company you
To the
want.
I was
Bill.
just about to say because I feel like since everybody giving something away, I got it.
I ain't give nothing away. I said thank y'all for being here. They paid to be.
See
they,
this stingy
they're
man?
paying to see this.
Be on the lookout this December
Uh-oh.
for something really special coming to us, featuring a few of our friends and our favorite companies to you as well.
That's a
We
fact.
love that.
That's what I will say.
And
And
some
I'll make
special guests.
sure that because this is behind the paywall, you guys will get the exclusive access to have this first.
That
We
is
love
so
that.
right, because she's absolutely right. What we have. Also, we have an extremely special guest that I don't know if this is gonna come out before.
I'm
that.
not gonna lie. I'm
I'm not
lie.
gonna hold you.
I think it's gonna be
can
before.
Can I? Can I?
Can I just say
Can
it?
I?
I'm say it.
Please.
You want to say it?
You
Can
wanna say
I?
it? Okay.
I do. I say one. I'll say one.
Okay.
Okay, because we got a few special guests that's coming. You want to say the big one?
Don't say the big one.
Hey, don't worry about it. It won't come out. I can hold this. No. What the fuck? Sit down. Sit down. What are you doing?
We are. What do you?
Yeah. Okay, cool. Who was bigger than this guy?
I got permission.
Fuck.
I got permission. So this upcoming week, we don't know when this episode will
Come
be
out.
out, but I feel like with
Or
Dev's,
it is out.
with Dev's
It might have
schedule,
come out, but
yeah,
we
it
don't
might
know
come
yet.
out if it has not.
You'll get it first though.
This coming week, we will be sitting down with the one, the only, Tizio.
We got
Chris
locked
Brown's
in,
engineer,
locked
and
in.
we're looking forward to it. We're gonna have a great conversation with him, y'all. Like I've been waiting for this one.
That
I've
might
been
be a
talking to Dev
2-hour
about this
ep.
one. Can we make it a 2-hour up?
I'm sitting there with him.
And
Comment if you
can.
want it to be a
special
2-hour
thank
ep.
you to Republic Studios for hosting us
Look at
as
Brandon.
well.
Special
That's in
thank
line.
you.
Facts,
Thank you
'cause they
thank
gave
you
us
so
the
much,
spot.
Jay.
Shout out to Republic Studios.
For
We're going to be
sure.
shooting at the Republic Studios.
For sure.
It's going to be a really big deal, bro.
It's gonna be fun. This
On
is gonna
the
be a
internet.
great. This is a great way to
Yeah.
go out this year, 2023, man.
Yeah.
It's been fun. Thank y'all so much for rocking with us,
Facts.
bro.
And let's keep this going. We also obviously we're trying to continue to build the paywall and the subscription up because we want to be able to give back.
Mm-hmm.
And we think that, if we can hit a certain threshold with subscriptions, that once a month we can actually give our paid members, one of them, something special, like a whole studio or a sponsor, like give them a bunch of shit. That's really what I want to give like people that really like, yo, bro, if only I had ABC, I could do this. Like, I'm really looking for those kind of people.
Each one teach one, man.
Yeah, and being able to buy people like a personal home studio setup that's dope and stuff like that.
For sure.
So yeah, and then we got some big news coming up and
Facts.
stuff like that. Cam just pointed to the Atlantis. He's like, yo, slide that. That's a fact. I would definitely recommend that mic. Or the hip hop art, it don't matter. Like that mic
for
is really
sure.
good. So we out of here. This was a long. I did not mean to pod this long.
I
This was
think we
fun.
should do this again. But
Yeah.
I think we should do an accountability test. So we should all name something about our mixes that we want to improve on and see if we
Oh,
can
by
bring it
next
back
time?
Yo, she having a therapy about mixing.
Nah,
That's another episode.
nah.
I'm not gonna lie. That's a good idea.
Can I jack?
Hold that.
Can I jack real quick?
Sunset, I snort too much low end.
Can I just say real quick?
What?
Yo, y'all don't understand
Oh, yeah, this guy.
how much Jay really be into this managing of the podcast space.
That's a fact,
That's
bro.
experience. She just said y'all gotta hit him with a
She's a
call to
producer.
action.
You know,
That's a
I'm just
fact.
saying
But to be-
I do produce.
But to be
multiple
fair,
That's
yeah,
true.
since our producer said
seven-figure
it,
podcast.
I will give y'all something. What I want to look forward to on my mixes,
Here you go.
I want better high end control.
Yo,
You
we about
know
to talk
what?
to Tizio.
You know what?
You about to
Matter
talk
of
to
fact,
Tizio.
Stop
I know what
hyping
I'm
it
giving
up.
away.
I'm already
I know
hyped.
what I'm going to give you guys away. I'm going to give you guys exclusive access to watch me mix my OTR recorded cipher. I mean recorded freestyle with Benny the Butcher using the HMD Rosetta EQ compressor and master plan. That's what I'll do for you guys. Because I have to do
also,
that.
some real
Tune in.
poppin' engineers asked
There
me,
you go.
DM me, and was like, "Yo, send that, bro." I said, "Yo, bro, on God, bro. If you show one time, like you open that big ass session with, I ain't gonna say no names because I'm gonna give it away.
Facts.
You open that session, you just show that one time, bro. On God, bro.
He said, pop that compressor out.
Pop that, yo, pop that
compressor
Even
out,
if it ain't on,
baby.
just pop
Pop it
that
out.
pressy up, bro. Let me see
You
that
know?
pressy. We're out of here. We gotta go. We're
We
done
love
here.
y'all. We love y'all for
I got a
real.
little bit of editing to do in this episode because I know that it stopped at a few parts.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, it's easy. We'll fix it. But I appreciate you guys for being paid members. I really do. I hope
Yeah.
this was worth it to you. These are the people internally that are in the industry that are really good friends of mine. I like to have them pull up on the
And lucky
podcast
for
and
you,
stuff.
you can't see me.
And just Camden's on the but you know they can hear you though.
So-
Comment
Not to
down
speak.
below if you would like to see Cam's face on the episode.
That's
one
a fact.
time.
I'll send you his Instagram.
Yeah.
If you want to see
Yo, he
his
got fire beats,
Instagram,
though.
I'm
Subscribe
about
to his
to do
YouTube.
the
Subscribe to
archive
his
of
YouTube.
hell.
Subscribe to his
Archive of
YouTube.
hell.
Cam, what's your
the
YouTube?
the winner of Courtney sample gets the
Everyone can go to my YouTube,
What is
check out
it?
my beats. C44MMM.
I never asked you about your name, but it's so
C44
gangster that I know. I just feel like I don't.
I don't
ask
know. It's just one day I just thought it was cool.
Yeah?
So
Yeah.
It
Which
feels
is-
like when I see your name,
His
it's like
tag is fire. He got the best tag out of everybody.
Cam.
I appreciate
which
that.
which is also true
That is
for
hard.
those of you that are on Instagram. Same thing. C44MMM. You already know. Follow our boy Cam.
He got loops for days.
Yeah, bro. Put yourself on.
All right, we out of here. These are my friends,
Ghost.
y'all. Appreciate y'all for being
Peace
paid
out.
members. We out of here.